In the latest chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga, a conversation between Vegeta and Beerus takes place where it's pretty evident here that Vegeta is going to get some sort of God of Destruction powers. As Goku powered into Mastered Ultra Instinct and fought against Whis, Beerus asked Vegeta why he doesn't try to learn Ultra Instinct, to which Vegeta replies, "I'll surpass Kakarot my own way." Beerus saying it might be possible, but that's up to you because Ultra Instinct isn't the only technique of the gods. That's just the angel's specialty. In which Beerus says he's going to go train and exercise, so he tells Vegeta, very nonchalant, feel free to steal anything that you see, telling Vegeta that basically he's not going to train him, but he's going to put on display some of the techniques of Gods of Destruction that possibly Vegeta has never seen before, and if there's something in that arsenal that he likes, perhaps Vegeta can learn it. Now, the first thing that came to, I think, everyone's mind is the transformation from Toppo in the Tournament of Power, Dragon Ball Super episode 125. As Toppo accepted becoming a God of Destruction, he grew larger, his skin went darker, and these runes formed over his body. Now, one of the interesting elements of being a God of Destruction is that you can nullify all key attacks, so that's potentially something that Vegeta may be able to attain through his training with Beerus. I don't know if you want to technically call it training or kind of shadowing Beerus, but it's pretty clear here, and it's pretty evident that Vegeta is going to learn from Beerus, and in a sense, Beerus will become Vegeta's new sensei, where Whis is kind of training Goku. He could also potentially learn the Hakai. We know in the Dragon Ball Super manga, Goku learned the Hakai and he used it on Zamasu. But even so, even with a key nullification and Hakai, it's still not going to bring him to the same level as Goku. So my guess is he's probably going to get some sort of purple-haired destruction form. I feel like it is very fitting for Vegeta. I don't know what that would entail. Maybe just a massive power boost, maybe just a raw surplus of ki, and potentially some of the other God of Destruction tricks as well. But there's also the possibility that we could see some brand new God of Destruction techniques coming out of Beerus that we had never seen before, meaning that Beerus is probably still a lot stronger than we all thought. So Beerus, we still haven't seen his full power, and potentially we could see a lot of awesome new stuff in this arc, and I think fans are gonna love that. This video is brought to you by me and my Patreon. I'm working on a massive project in the background that I can't wait to show you guys, but if you want to see what it is and support the project, you can pledge $1 or $2 on Patreon, see all the amazing artwork that's coming in, and help make my dream a reality. Now, we really got to talk about Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku versus Whis, because Goku got stomped by Whis. So the debate whether or not Goku was an angel level is off the table at this point. But before we talk about this epic battle between these two, I want to just briefly talk about some of Toyotaro's statements regarding the Granola arc. And one part in particular, Toyotaro says, I want people to pay attention to the Heaters, the new organization, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on in this video. But he also says, in addition, connections to a surprising certain someone are going to come to light. So I'd really like people to pay attention then. And to me, without a doubt, that means Bardock. We saw it from Granola's vision, this great ape that has the same scars Bardock burst through his house or whatever, and maybe Granola fought Bardock for a little bit. So there could be this long flashback of a battle between Granola and Bardock. Now, if for some reason Bardock came out of Ozaru form and communicated with Granola, Bardock looks exactly like Goku. So when Granola sees Goku, he's gonna absolutely freak. Okay, so let's get back to Whis versus Goku. Now, Goku darts off in the air, and then he creates all these after images of himself. Now, we've seen lots of after images in Dragon Ball. I'm not 100% sure that that's exactly what it is. It looks like it, but we saw from the Moro fight, when Moro had Beerus's angel powers, he also created some sort of duplication technique. So I'm wondering if, maybe this is something different than the after image technique. Maybe this is something to do with Ultra Instinct potentially moving so fast, but regardless, Whis just slices them all up and sees right through Goku, who is hanging up in the sky all by himself, and Whis just read him like an open book, flying up into the air and then smacking him down to the ground. However, Whis says something very, very interesting in this battle. He says that the ability to wield Ultra Instinct is not in of itself the ultimate goal. In fact, it's only just the beginning. So this is something that everybody has been theorizing about basically ever since we first saw saw Ultra Instinct. As Goku's hair is still in the base form, people are like, can Goku use Ultra Instinct and then start going through the different levels of Super Saiyan in Ultra Instinct? It's possible, but it might be something different than this. So back a long time ago when Whis was teaching Goku and Vegeta mastery of self movement, what they called it way back then, he was saying that if Goku and Vegeta don't learn to master the art of self movement, then they'll never see the world beyond. So this is a hint as to a very, very old episode that happened in Dragon Ball Super. And in fact, I've made videos on this in the past simply because Whis said that. So there could be different variations of Ultra Instinct that we're going to probably see in this arc. We definitely could see like Ultra Instinct level 2 coming. Now, I actually want to do a big video on that, so I'll save that for this weekend. Make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on. Goku Ultra Instinct is not just a flat level of power. Goku is at the bottom of all Ultra Instinct users at this point, so he has a ton of room to grow. Okay, let's talk about the whole granola part of this chapter, because we're really starting to get a lot of the backstory between Granola, the Heaters. We see some of his kind of comrades or associates out here in space. This one, his name is Soshiru, and he actually turns on Granola later on in this chapter. But basically, the entire reason that Granola wanted 7-3, the OG 7-3, was simply because he was doing it as a mercenary, as a bounty hunter, in a sense, to give it to the leader of the Heaters, Elec. So we see their names are Elec, oil, gas, elements relating to heat. I get it. It's kind of like Frieza's race a little bit. Now, they do seem pretty powerful, especially because their one fighter, Gas, he just completely owns Granola, and they talk about his strength, but they also talk about the fact that Granola is getting strong really, really, really fast, and he could potentially be a problem in the future. Now, the reason that they want OG-73 is because they want the intel that's on its brain. So what I think is going to happen here is Elec, the leader of the Heaters, what he really wants to do is find the location of this super ultimate warrior, the one that is stronger than Goku, and he's going to find out that location through Lord Zuno. And they need the location of Lord Zuno from OG-73. Now, Zuno knows the location of this ultimate warrior, this warrior that's supposed to be the strongest in the entire universe, that's going to obviously give Goku and Vegeta a run for their money in this entire arc. I don't think it's going to be Granola, but he's apparently getting really, really strong as well, perhaps strong enough to take on Frieza pretty soon, which is his goal. But there's this super ancient, super powerful warrior hidden somewhere in the universe, and it looks like the Heaters are going to resurrect him somehow, maybe using the Dragon Balls or Super Dragon Balls, and that warrior will eventually take on Goku and Vegeta. So, alright, another ancient villain, I can get behind this. Now, the first things that come to mind to me are two ancient characters that are dead. It could be Yamoshi or it could be Bardock, but I doubt that. I think it's probably going to be some brand new type of villain, but I guess there is a small chance in this arc we could see Yamoshi or Bardock if for some reason Zuno thinks that that is the strongest in the entire universe, which really wouldn't make too much sense. But it looks like the Heaters want to use this new super powerful villain to basically, like, I guess, to be the hammer of their association. They'll basically control the universe with money and with this super ultimate fighter. Then nobody can really touch them because they'll be both rich and powerful. And as Elec said, you don't really need an army these days. What you need is money to control the universe. So he basically is a little bit worried about Granola getting so powerful, and that's why he told Granola about Frieza being revived. So hopefully they'll take each other out, or one of them will die in that battle, taking some of his enemies off his list. Meaning that the Heaters probably aren't as strong as Frieza if he's that worried about Frieza. So we shouldn't be too worried about these guys. I don't know, maybe they are the same family as Bojack. They kind of look like him. So it could potentially be maybe their strength of Super Saiyan 2, something like that. But whatever the case, as the Oracle Fish says at the end of this chapter, the strongest fighter in the universe will rise up soon. So with the strength of Goku, as we saw in the last arc, and what Beerus said that nobody can beat you, I have no idea how they can create another ancient villain that can take on Mastered Ultra Instinct, but it's very clear here that that's exactly what Toyotaro and Toriyama are doing. Some ancient villain that's gonna be able to go up against Ultra Instinct and potentially win. And I guess the entire reason that Whis is saying, oh, you're at the bottom level of Ultra Instinct, is to explain why Goku is going to lose. So, in essence, what Mira said isn't wrong, but that only applies if you're at the peak of Ultra Instinct, which Goku is not. So we also get an explanation as to what the eyepiece is on Granola. It is a scope that he uses, I guess, to enhance his eye powers. So the Cerealians, the life form, the species that he is the last of, their right eye is special, and it gives them sniping abilities, and he uses this eyepiece as a scope. So I guess to enhance his abilities. For whatever reason, he took it off here, but you get to see his eye is like discolored, and he puts out his fingers like that, and he's able to just pretty much blast Soshiru's goons like they're absolutely nothing. So yeah, Granola is pretty strong, but I think he's still leagues behind Frieza. Maybe he'll have his own training arc in this arc as well. He's gonna have to somehow get strong enough to fight Frieza, meaning also we're gonna get the return of Frieza in this arc as well. I'm wondering if it's all gonna be this big family reunion between Frieza, Granola, the Heaters, Goku and Vegeta, and this new Ultimate Warrior. What exactly is gonna happen? Overall, I think it was a really great chapter though. I mean, Toyotaro really set the foundation for a lot of pieces of the puzzle kind of starting to trickle together. He's connecting the stories, and I kind of like it. The only thing I don't understand is how they're going to create a warrior that's stronger than Goku, and I think they better have a really good explanation for that. Otherwise, it's just kind of silly what Mira said in the last arc. But anyways, stay on the lookout for more videos, guys. I really want to do this video topic on Ultra Instinct 2, and be on the lookout for that. I'm Mastar. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.